Okay, Anthony, here in Fresno, there's a recent spike in cases of leptospirosis in dogs. So this morning, Dr. Chris Dobbins is here with what you need to know to protect your pets and yourself as well. Doctor, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to see you again, and this is a serious issue that's going around.
Yeah, this is one of those diseases that's what we call zoonotic, meaning that it transmits from pets, animals to humans. And so it's a very big concern because it'll cause damage in the humans. So we want to be very careful. You know, it's pretty serious when the health department, comes out with a public notice. They start shutting things down, start letting people know about what's going on because it is such a serious condition.
So what is the condition, and then how does it get spread to humans?
The leptospirosis is a bacteria, and it's usually harbored by a lot of the wildlife, so skunks, squirrels, possums, things like that, rats and mice. It's transmitted in the urine, and so places where we've got low-lying water, ponding basins, which, unfortunately we have a lot of dog parks in ponding basins. So that's where it will kind of be set up in. And so when we have our pets go out there, they play around in the water, they lick the water, they get it all over them, and that's how they get it into their body. And then once they get it, then it's going to be shed in their urine. So it just multiplies, from that point forward. So when you have animals in close contact and a large number of them, like dog parks, it's something that can get spread pretty easily. So, the typical meet and greet of dogs when they come up to each other is, sniff or maybe lick the genitals. So, it potentially can get spread that way. But again, the urine is the major point of contact and how it's spread with these guys. And that's where it's a concern to us.
And they kiss you afterwards. And
yeah, if they're licking themselves or licking another pet, and then you come home from work and, give kisses on the face, that's a direct contact to your mucous membranes. If you have any cuts on your hands, touching them, it can get into you that way as well. So you want to be very careful if that's something you may have contact with.
Got it. And so what are some of the symptoms to look out for?
In the dogs, the main things are going to be lethargy, maybe have a fever if you're taking their temperature. They may not want to eat. They may be seeming weak or sore or stiff. And then it can progress from there and lead into vomiting, diarrhea. And the big thing that affects them are their kidneys and the liver. And so you may, at the end stage of this, notice an animal that's starting to turn yellow or icteric jaundice because they're starting to have problems with their liver at that point. So those are some things that you can see. But if you have a need to go to these places and frequent them frequently, you want to be careful and keep a close eye on your pet and make sure that if it's exhibiting any signs that you might not even think of, could be related to it, have it checked out, by your veterinarian. There are tests that we can run, take about a day or so, but certainly things we can check for without having to have the PCR tests done at that point to tell us, oh, we have problems with liver or kidney. We had a case in last week that was in there for about a week. It's not something to fool around with. We do now have, as of 2 days ago, we had 9 confirmed cases in the Fresno area. And so it is something that is kind of spreading. When we had our case last week, we only knew of 2 other ones prior to that one. So it can spread pretty quickly.
If the fact that an animal can get sick, your pet, doesn't drive it home, what does this do to people?
Well, it'll cause similar kinds of signs in people. I mean, it can affect their kidneys, their liver. It can affect their central nervous system and get into the brain. It can affect their eyes. It can go into their heart and cause myocarditis. So there's a lot of serious things that we can get from it. I mean, it is a worldwide disease. So it's not just in Fresno or California or the United States. It's a worldwide disease, and it's one of those that is pretty widespread in terms of animal contact to humans. So it's something you want to be careful about. There is a vaccine, and there are several companies that have it. There are many serovars or strains of this. So the vaccine covers the 4 most common ones that we tend to see in veterinary medicine. This vaccine does sometimes have some side effects, allergic reactions. So depending on your exposure rate, your lifestyle with your pets, and your veterinarian's recommendations, talk to them and discuss whether this vaccine is right for you. It does come as a standalone single, but it also comes in a combination like this one we've got here. So depending on your veterinarian and again, your pet's lifestyle, your lifestyle, talk to them and discuss if you think having that vaccine is worth it. You don't want to have the vaccine if the animal's sick. It's not going to do anything at that point. They've already got the disease, and you just need to have them treated from that point forward.
Okay, we will keep an eye out. Dr. Dobbins, thanks for stopping by with that life-saving advice, and you can find more on our website, yourcentralvalley.com, from Fresno Pet ER. We're back in 2 minutes.